Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited that you're all back this morning. I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging in there with me yesterday. I know it was a lot of new information and there was a lot of new things going on, but I'm sure that you guys did great, and today is just going to be even better. So, I just want to start out this morning by kind of going over what we did yesterday. So, yesterday, you guys got to say hi to me, say hi to Hedgie. We got to find out a little bit about what we did. We also did our calendar, which we will do again today, and we introduced our new letter Q. Hopefully you guys were able to do some of the work that I put up there for Monday. You were able to do the Q worksheets, you got to do some fun stuff with wonders on the computer, and you also got to do your review subtraction worksheet. So hopefully all of that went really well. You guys are super smart, so I don't think that you had a problem with it. Okay, so I don't have any new announcements for you this morning. So we're just going to jump right in and go ahead and start with our calendar. So just like yesterday, I want to make sure that you guys are participating with me. If I ask questions, make sure you're answering them, even if you're by yourself. I know that you guys are saying it with me, and I just really want to make sure that you're going to be saying it out loud, even if no one is there to hear you, okay? So we're going to start out with our days of the week. So yesterday was, does anyone remember? Monday. So that means today it must be Tuesday, and then tomorrow is going to be Wednesday. So we know so far that today is Tuesday. We learned yesterday that we have a new month. So last month was April. Last month was March. So this month is April. So what day in April are we in? So if we look, yesterday was the 6th. So what number comes after 6? If you said 7, you are right. So the date would be Tuesday, April 7th. Can you say that for me? Awesome job. Let's go ahead and do our Days of the Week song. Please make sure that you're singing with me, okay? Ready? There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Awesome job. Next, we're going to do our months of the year. Which month do we clap on again? April. Make sure we do it on April, okay? Ready? January, February, March, and April, May, and June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and move on over to our weather. So we learned yesterday that we're in a brand new season. So the season that we were in before we left, we said it yesterday, does anyone remember? Winter. So if you said winter, great job. So we were in winter, and then just a little while ago, we are now in, can you tell me? Spring. So we are in spring. So out of our 4 seasons, we are now in spring. So let's go ahead and try to predict what we think the weather is going to be today. So as Hedgie and I were driving to work this morning, we noticed that it was way different than yesterday, which was a little rainy, a little gloomy, but that it looked like the sun was kind of sort of trying to make its way out. And so we think that it might be just a little sunny, but definitely there's going to be a lot of clouds, is what Hedgie wanted me to make sure to put in here. So our 2 predictions that we're going to put are sunny and cloudy, I feel. Let's go ahead and find our cloudy. If I'm looking for cloudy, what's the beginning letter I need to look for? Cloudy. Oop. Cloudy, perfect, and sunny. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Sunny and cloudy. So we'll have to check later to see if our prediction is right. Let's move on over to our counting chart. Yesterday we did counting by ones first. So today I think we should do counting by tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. All right. And now we'll go ahead and do it by ones. Just like in class, if you want to get up maybe, if you want to kind of rock back and forth when you do it, anything to make sure that your brain is working and to have you count along with us. All right, you ready? Let's go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Awesome job, guys. Do you think that we could try it by fives? I know we just started that right before we left. So even if you don't know, that's okay. I just want you to follow along with us. If you do know, awesome, and you can say it with me. Ready? We're starting with 5, because if we're counting by fives, we need to start with 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Awesome job, guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring our sight words over so we can do that. Does anybody remember what our new sight word this week is? Want. If you said want, awesome job. If not, remember, we're still learning it, so it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and point to our sight words, and just like we did in class and yesterday, please make sure you say them with me, okay? Let's go ahead and start. Ready? Want. Said. They. Have. For. Here. She. Little. Is. With. He. Are. Was. Do. The. Go. See. Like, can, to, you, and, a, I, we, of, and my. Awesome job. Remember, what should you do if you missed one of these? You practice it. Practicing is one of the most important things that you can do. So, going on to our new letter. Yesterday, remember, we got introduced to our brand new letter, which was Q. We had our alpha friend, that was Queenie Queen. Does anybody remember why Q was so special? I tried to tell you yesterday because Q is a special letter because it always has what? Yeah, it always has U next to it. We will always have our Q with its best friend, U. Now, what sound does Q make again? Q. Q. Oh, that's right. It makes the K sound just like the letter K. So, Q, Q. But when we make it have its best friend next to it, like when we write words, does anybody remember what sound that makes? It's a little tricky if you can't remember. It makes the K, W sound when you put it together. Like quiet, Qu, Qu. So it sounds like KW, but it's actually QU, the best friends. So, we're going to go ahead and go over the pictures that we saw yesterday. See if you can try to remember what they were called. And remember, they're going to start with the Qu sound. So this was does anyone remember? A quilt. Quilt. Who has a quilt at home? I definitely have a quilt at home. Quilt. Quilt. Starts with Q and has its best friend next to it. And then we have this. It's from a really long time ago. Remember, it's what they used to write with. It's called a quill. Can you say quill? Quill. You can check. Q definitely has its best friend next to it, U. And then we should know this one. We'll put it at the end of a sentence when we're asking a question. So it is a question mark. Question mark. And then we have, just like our alpha friend, a queen. Queen. Can you think of any other words that might start with Q? I know there's not a lot of pictures. Oh, I remember from the book we read yesterday. Quincy was a quill who also wanted to be quiet. So those are all Q words right there, and I know that they all have their best friend U next to it. All right, you guys did such a great job with our morning calendar. Hedgie had a great idea that he wanted to share with you guys. Hedgie loves writing. It is one of his favorite things to do, which is also one of my favorite things to do. So he wanted you guys to also write a little bit, and then when we get the chance, we'll get all of these writings back, and we'll get to know what you guys do or what you think. So every single morning when these videos come out, Hedgie will think of a new question. And you will get to pick a piece of paper, maybe you have a journal, maybe you have a notebook, and you'll just write what you feel the best answer is. So Hedgie wanted to know Hedgie, what are most excited? No. What are you most excited about when it comes to our new learning? So just like you guys, Hedgie and I are trying to figure out this whole new learning process. So he wants to know, what are you most excited about? And just like you guys, him and I share a journal together, and he wrote about what he was most excited about. Do you want to hear it? All right, let's go ahead and find out. Hedgie writes, I am most excited to learn all about the cool new things that have to do with the computer. I am also really excited to get to talk to all of the students. It's been way too long since I've seen them. Hedgie. So something just really short, really simple to have you answer the question. Make sure that your parent hangs on to it or whatever adult is at your house. And then when I get the chance, I will get all of these back from you, and then I'll get to find out all of your great journals. The second to last thing that I wanted to do with you guys, we didn't get a chance to do it a whole lot when we were doing our calendar in class, but now we have a lot of time to be able to go over our vocabulary. So I'm going to go over these cards. If you know what the word means, I want you to say it out loud. So if you get what the word means, say it out loud. You could write it down. You could draw a picture of what you think it is. But if you don't know, listen to some of the cues that I'm going to give you and see if you can figure it out with me. All right, you guys ready? Our first word, transportation. Transportation. Let's look at the picture. Transportation. Well, I see a lot of people who are standing here, and they look to be getting on a bus. So I'm guessing that maybe transportation is a way that we do something. What do you think? Think about it for a second. What do you think transportation means? If many people use a city bus for transportation to get somewhere, what do you think that is? Right. Transportation is the way that we move from one place to another. So a bus can be used as transportation from getting from maybe your house to a park or to the library. So transportation. Can you say that for me? Transportation. Thank you. Our next word, wide. Wide. If we used wide ribbon when we wrapped a huge present, so if we're looking at these two ribbons, we want the one that's really wide because we have a really big present. So if we're thinking of wide, what do you think that means? Do we think maybe it's something big or something small? If you said big, you're right. So when something is wide, It's big, but from one side to the other. So does that mean wide is when you're really tall? No. Wide is when you go this way, from one side to the other, not up and down, or down and up. Next word. This is one of our sight words. So let's go ahead and look at it. We want to know what sight word this is. We've had it for a little while. If you already know, say it out loud. All right, if you don't know, let's go ahead and sound it out a little bit. Here. What sight word is this? Here. Great job. All right. This word is transport. Oh, that kind of sounds like the one we just had. Transportation. Transport. So, if a ferry, which is like a boat, is one way to transport people across the water, so if we're looking at this is a big ferry, and people are on it, and it looks like they're transporting over the water, then what does transport mean? Transport. Yeah, I think you're right. I think transporting is when you're moving people or things from one place to another. Can you say transport? Transport. Moving people or things from one place to another. All right, last word. Are you ready? This is vehicle. Vehicle. So there are two types of vehicles. There's a truck and there's a car. We all ride in vehicles. We definitely have. So what do we think a vehicle is? Yeah, all right. So I think a vehicle is an object that's used to move things, or obviously people, from one place to another. So just like the ferry transported people, the ferry is kind of like a vehicle because it is moving people or objects from one place to another. Vehicle. Awesome job, guys. So I want you to go ahead, and if you haven't already, you can get started on Hedgie's journal. And the rest of the day, you have work that you're going to be working on when it comes to math, and you will also be doing more activities with our letter Q. What? Oh. Hedgie wanted me to remember that we have to do our poems really quick. So let's go ahead and do those. Thanks, Hedgie. Okay, this one is called Zebra Question. Oh, question, like Q. I asked the zebra, are you black with white stripes, or are you white with black stripes? And the zebra asked me, are you good with bad habits, or are you bad with good habits? Are you noisy with quiet times, or are you quiet with noisy times? Are you happy with some sad days, or are you sad with some happy days? Are you neat with some sloppy ways, or are you sloppy with some neat ways? And on and on and on and on he went. I will never ask a zebra about his stripes again. Crazy zebra. Alright, we'll do one more. Oh, jeez, you're gonna like this one. It's called The Sword Swallower. The great sword swallower Salamar. He wears no ties or collars. He leans back, opens up his mouth, and gulp, his sword he swallers. I guess he finds it fun to feel that steel down in his belly. It's fine for he, but as for me, I'll just take some bread and jelly. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me, and I'll see you tomorrow.